Okay, this is the Amazon website, so I need to identify an element. So basically I'm trying to identify this deal of the day. So what I do is I inspect it, and basically, yeah, the Chrome uh, dev tools automatically gives me the element over here. So easiest thing to do would be like copy and copy the CSS selector. So I already did select it over here. Uh, I'll just open that. Okay, so this is the one. It's the same one. Yep. So it gave me a unique identifier over here. And last time when I copied it, it was a different identifier, and there's a different identifier. So I will just remove that first part. So let's see how to create locator with just the class name. Okay, here we are just using class name. So I'll do one thing. I'll copy, go to console. I'll do document dot query selector. Just copy paste whatever I got from there. You can see like the image has been identified with this locator. Okay, so that was an easy way, but you can see it's not a proper one. And also you can see this identified something like some gibberish, and this is going to change every time I load the page, so it's not going to help me. So I will see. So let's go and see what element that is, and we can get whether something better there. I'll go to the elements. Let's find what that one was. Just copy paste this and find where is that. You can see it over here. So this is an ID. Let's not use this ID. We'll use this class. Okay. So let's see how to identify this just based on class. So I copied this class name. So if I want to identify using a class name, what I do is I can start it. I can put div dot, just paste a class name in there. So if I just, so you can see like there are some spaces, that's why it's not identifying. So all I need actually is this part. I don't need this second part. So it will identify, but it will only identify the first element with the first part of that class. If I need to drill down, and if so, basically it means there is another one also which has that first part of the class name. So if I want to exactly identify this deal of the day with the name deal of the day class, what I need to do is first, to start with the class name, after the div I put a dot in there, a period in there. Actually I don't need the div, I can just put the class name alone, because the class name is going to be unique. Even the first part is not unique. If you use the whole thing, it will be unique. So first thing, before the class name, put a dot, then replace every space in the class name with another dot. You can see like it probably identified. We just don't use the second part. Let's see what will again will identify. So it has, so this is all needed. So you can just try like this, copy paste the class name and replace the spaces with dots, and also the first one with dot. So I know that it's a div, so I can even use div in there. And if I want to go to the one above it, identify from above it, I can just put another div in there. So it will start from one step above it. So it's just using. And if I need to drill down, so basically this is just this one, right? So I want to go and get this image, so this is the main one, a whole tile. If I want to go inside each step, what I can just keep doing it with the class name itself again. So here I got this from here. Okay, again, if I will also show like how to use ID. So you can see like on top of this, again there's an ID for this whole grid. So if I want to take this ID, what I do is just copy paste that, just copy that. This is a unique one, right? It's not going to change everything. You can see like text of grid 2. So just put a space and paste that ID there, and before the ID you put what, hash. So you're coming down from here, you're coming down from here. If I want to go to the first one, all I can do is So it will identify the first one. Like that I can identify anyone in the, if I put 3, it will go to the third one. And if I want to go inside here, what I do is 2, this is the second one. If I want to go inside, I will find the class name, I'll copy the whole class name in there, put a space because it's a class. Before that, put a dot, replace every space in the class name with other dots, and you will get the identifier. If I want to go one step down, I can put a space. If I am using the body class name, I can put a dot, put a space first so that it knows that it's a sub or a child element. Put the class name. It doesn't have any space, so no need to put anything inside. I need to go directly, there is nothing else there, only one image in there. Directly go to the image by putting img. It doesn't have a class name, so put an img and it will get you whatever is there. Yeah, that's how I go to that element. And see, if I want to click on that, I'll copy this, go to console, document dot query selector, click, it's a function, this, I clicked on it just took me there. You can just use this in your wherever you're using the selector. So that's also basic. So the basic thing is, if you have a class name, if you have like the hierarchy like this, if you want to identify using a class name, put the tag, put a period to let browser knows that it's going to be a class name. If it was an identifier, you just put hash, and then for the next level, the subchild, you put this symbol or just put a space. You don't need the symbol, actually it just says it's a sub, and you can just keep putting it. You don't have to put all the names in there. You can even use the first part alone, but it should be the first element with that. If you have more than one element in the page with this first section, you will only be finding the first one. So if it's the second one, you might need more details in there. So you can keep on doing that till you reach wherever you want to identify it. So for CSS, for identifier you use hash, for class you use dot